Hey guys, so I'm gonna be reacting to FANF Sister Location Purple Guy is Innocent. I don't, yeah. Oh my god.
After all this, he's been innocent the entire time.
What?
Find out the identity of Five Nights at Freddy's real villain in the story. You never knew. Welcome to part 2 of this epic, mind-blowing Five Nights at Freddy's saga where I do my best to be a less mature version of MatPat. Half the puns, twice the dick jokes. In case you missed part 1, or if you need a bit of a refresher since last Thursday, we proved that the main character in Sister Location, the person you play as the entire time, is the purple guy. There was a bunch of evidence for it, like the purple guy reference in the beginning of the game, our purple eyes at the end, the uncanny resemblance of the purple guy's daughter to the girl that gets killed in the Sister Location minigame, the questions that are asked in between each night, and finally, the question that Baby asks you in the secret ending. Honestly, going over it quickly here doesn't really do the evidence justice, so if you haven't seen part 1, go ahead and check it out. Just click that I button in the top right corner. This vid will be waiting for you, right here. So if we're all on the same page and you were convinced by the evidence that you really are playing as the purple guy in Sister Location, then that has huge implications for the identity of Five Nights at Freddy's real villain. I'll get into exactly what all that means in a little bit, but we need to talk about one other important character from Sister Location, and that character goes by the name of Ennard. This is Ennard. It seems nice. I don't know, I'm trying to do this thing where I only say nice things about other people. I like your Oh god, go fuck yourself, Ennard! That's the last time I take advice from Dr. Phil. There are two very important facts about Ennard that make it crucial to this story. First, it is the animatronic that replaces your insides in the real ending. We know this for a few reasons. The most obvious is that Ennard's name is very similar to the word innards, which is exactly what this animatronic becomes, your innards. That, again, is pretty ew. Ennard is also the creeper standing in the background of the real ending after Baby has already said that every other animatronic in the building has been scooped. That leaves only one animatronic, Ennard, to get all up in your insides. Add the timing of Ennard disappearing, the protagonist getting scooped, and then us looking in the mirror with animatronic eyes, and it becomes clear that the animatronic inside us at the end of the game is Ennard. So, that's the first important thing to know about this extremely attractive clown thing. The second important thing to know about Ennard is that it is heavily implied to be made up of the other animatronics in Sister Location. I won't spend too much time on this since it's already been largely agreed upon by the FNAF community. But a couple of major pieces of evidence are the teaser graphics showing Ennard with the quote, "There's a little of me in everybody." Plus the fact that Baby, speaking through Ennard, says things like,
"We need you so that we can leave. We need you so that we can hide. We need you so that we can look like you."
Notice how she says "we," even though Ennard is the only one that ends up inhabiting your body. So we can conclude that Baby, as well as the other animatronics from Sister Location, Ballora, Funtime Freddy, and Funtime Foxy are all a part of Ennard. Got it so far? Ennard, who is made up of Baby and the other Sister Location animatronics, is the thing that inhabits your body by the end of the game. At first, that's merely interesting, but take a closer look. It's really the key to unlocking the truth. If the player in Sister Location truly is William Afton, aka the Purple Guy, and I believe we proved that in part 1, and if the player is inhabited by Ennard by the end of the game, that means that the Purple Guy has been an animatronic this entire time. William Afton, aka the Purple Guy, wasn't the one committing these murders. It was Ennard. What's that, friendly internet commenter? But Grant, how do we know that the purple guy became an animatronic before the murders? Good question, sir and/or madam. We've got some timeline splaining to do, bitch. For all this to make sense, the events of Sister Location have to occur after the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, but before the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Why? Because if what I'm saying is true, William Afton has to be inhabited by Ennard after the green-eyed girl, aka his daughter, dies, but before any of the children were murdered. Now, proving this is actually pretty simple. Just look at the animatronics that are in the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 minigames. We see Golden Freddy and Golden Bonnie, which are also the Springlock suits. We see these suits in Sister Location, too. During Night 4 of Sister Location, we spend the entire night trying not to die by Springlock death, meaning that these Springlock suits obviously exist at the time. Since Golden Freddy and Golden Bonnie are the only Springlock suits we ever learn about, we can infer that we are trapped in either Golden Freddy or Golden Bonnie. But in Sister Location, there are many more animatronics besides just Golden Freddy and Golden Bonnie. And since the overwhelming consensus is that the two golden animatronics were the original ones, this proves that Sister Location comes after the events of FNAF 4. Also, the green-eyed girl is clearly super dead in Sister Location, but is still alive and is being a little shit in FNAF 4. So that's even more evidence for Sister Location coming after FNAF 4 in the timeline. Now let's find out if Sister Location takes place before Five Nights at Freddy's 2, before any of the children get killed. For this, I'd like to direct your attention to one of the animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, an animatronic that, as far as I can tell, hasn't really been explained. I'm talking about Mangle. Why is Mangle so clearly disfigured and mutilated? And why is Mangle the only toy animatronic to not be in its suit? We get a strange explanation from the game claiming that the reason why Mangle is so messed up is because of children playing with it. But would children really play with something that looks like this? Seems pretty fishy to me. I think there's a more straightforward explanation. Take a look at Funtime Foxy from Sister Location. Now take a look at Mangle. Their faces look nearly identical, especially considering the slight graphical updates that Scott is prone to do between games. I'd go as far as saying they are identical. That's because Mangle is Funtime Foxy. Post-scooping. It explains why Mangle is disfigured and mutilated. It explains why Mangle isn't in a suit. And it means that the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, including the first child murdered by the purple guy, come after Sister Location. After William Afton's insides have been replaced with Ennard. William Afton is innocent. Ennard, the animatronic inside the purple guy's skin, is the real murderer. But there's still one question in your head, isn't there? Why? Why would Ennard kill children? Ennard clearly wants to escape, so it could make sense for it to kill adults in its way, but why kill children? For that answer, I'd like you to remember something we went over earlier in this video, just a few minutes ago. Baby is a part of Ennard. And do you remember what Baby says about her programming during Night 3? Let me jog your memory.
There were 2, then 3, then 5, then 4. I can do something special. Did you know that? I can make ice cream. Although I only did it once. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1.
Baby's explanation of what happened, the counting of children until only one is left. Then something snaps. That's her describing her programming. Someone clearly programmed her to count children. Why else would she count children in such a methodical, strange way? And whoever programmed her to count also programmed her to kill. Because when that counter goes down to 1, not 0 or 2, 1, something snaps. She isn't herself, and she kills. Ennard, being made up of all the animatronics from Sister Location, is made up of Baby, too. Is it too far-fetched to say that Baby's programming is a part of Ennard's programming? No, that's why Ennard murders children, because it has the same counting program that Baby describes in herself. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and then something snaps. So Ennard, an animatronic designed to murder, uses the purple guy's skin to become the real killer. But can we really blame Ennard for these killings? From the way Baby describes it, it doesn't seem like a choice. These are animatronics after all, not humans, but they were designed by a human. This is it. After all this time, we've unmasked the real villain of the Five Nights universe, Henry. The person ultimately responsible for the murder of innocent children is the man that created these animatronics in the first place. He's the one that designed Baby's counting program, meant to kill children once they were alone. His creation became a part of Ennard, who eventually inhabits the purple guy. And he is why innocent child after innocent child died in those lonely restaurants so many years ago. So don't blame the purple guy for what happened. It wasn't his fault. It was Henry's. That's the story. You never knew. I know a lot of you subscribed to see part 2, and we worked super hard on this one, so I really hope you liked it. And
Okay, wow. Guys, that was crazy. Whoa. I did not see that coming. Well, thanks for watching.